Limit Break TCG with another red, well, the second red Digimon deck profile. You've seen the 1.0 Omnimon Rush. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 1.5 Omnimon Rush. Omnimon Turbo, whatever. Play 4 of the Digimon. That's your primary one. Play 4 of the Digimon. Your turn, while there are 5 or more cards in your opponent's trash, the Digimon gets 1k DP. And then the 1 Koromon, if it has a full stack of 4 or more Digi-Evolution cards, it gets 1k. So, this is... I wish this could be a 5th. God, I wish this could be a 5th. But anyway, we're running at 4. Excuse me. Man, excuse me. Okay. So, probably, why not Yokomon? Because Yokomon only gets its 1k if it crashes into something. And I kind of just want something that has 1k across the board. Sure, you have to get a full stack with this. But it doesn't matter because everything is pretty cheap in this deck. So you can kind of just like climb up real quickly. So usually with 5 energy, you can climb up a pretty full stack. So I kind of just wanted 1k across the board. I didn't want to have to only get 1k if I swung at something. So with a full stack, this gets 1k, and if they have 5 in the trash, that's just 1k. So it kind of just gets 1k across the board no matter what. With different, different restrictions. We run 2 vanilla Monodramons and 4 2-drop Biomons. Just for your, you see these in hand. You use your 3-cost rookies to kind of evolve onto your eggs, and then these you kind of just play for cost, or if you absolutely have to evolve it. But so like it's a neat thing where if they give you 4 energy to work with, you play this for 2. Then you evolve into a 4-drop for either 1 or 2, and then you can kind of just go right into your level 5, all for 4 energy. So vanillas are pretty good. Why don't I run 4 and 4? Honestly, just slot reasons. I'm trying to just kind of go up the. So like I have the Guilmon and Agumons, which I'll go over. I would like to take 1 Guilmon out for a 4th Monodramon. But I play 2 red decks, and I only have, I think, 7 copies of Monodramon, and the other deck has 4 of. So I only have 3 extra copies, so I kind of just put a Guilmon. But if I had another one, I'd probably do that. So those are my 2-cost vanillas. Stack those over there. And then we got 3 Guilmon, 4 Agumon. Agumon says, your turn, does Digimon get, as an inheritable, this Digimon gets 1k. Guilmon, as an inheritable, says if there are 5 or more in the in your opponent's trash, this Digimon gets 1k. So it's a Agumon that has a requirement, I guess you could say. We're trying to get big numbers. We kind of don't want their security to kill us. So that's really, since I don't have the 4th Monodramon, I kind of just opt for the Guilmon just to give us a little extra boost. But that's really it. If I had the 8th, I should say, the 8th copy of Monodramon, I would run it. Level 4s, we got the Security Attack +1 inheritable Greymon from a starter deck. Real good card. You climb up with him, he gets Security Attack +1 if it's a level 5 or 6 or 7s. And that's really good. You're trying to hit your opponent as fast as you can, as hard as you can. Evolve for 2 costs on a rookie, or you play it for 5. So it's a real cheap card to play from hand, which is kind of what we're going for. We're going for cheap things kind of all across the board, to play from hand and to evolve. Cheap evolves, we'll go Dark Tyrannomon, costs 1 to evolve on a rookie for 6k. Play from hand costs 6. So it's not a bad card. Helps you get up the chain real quickly. I want to say it's the only level 4 that costs 1. So it's the only one we get to run at 4 right now until something new comes out. And of course, you got your 4 blockers. Play for 5, evolve for 2 on a rookie. It's a blocker. If you attack with it, you lose 2 memory. You know, it's your standard blockers for the deck. Sometimes you got to stop your opponent from hitting you, and blockers do that. Hence the name blockers. They block the attack for you. Again, trying to climb the chain as quick as possible. This is a 2-cost evolution, level 5. Play it from hand for 7. I actually don't play the Digimon, which is the other vanilla 6K 5 costs evolve for 2. And I'll tell you why in a little bit. This deck kind of has a secondary win con, if I want to say that. But going with the Omni-Turbo, going into 2 on this, and then he's stronger than Digimon. So like if you have the baby, the Digimon baby, and you have an Agumon or a Guilmon, and you get the plus 1K for both of them, he becomes a 10K. And if you have the Greymon security attack plus 1 underneath him, he's kind of a boss monster in himself, which is kind of what I wanted to do with this deck. That's the alternate win con, is making your level 5 is pretty big, pretty lethal. So with the GG and the Agumon or a Guilmon, he can become a 10K 2-hitter. So that's real nice to have. And then we got 3 of the Metal Tyrannomon. Again, trying to make my level 5s just as bad as my level 6s. So he evolves for 3, play for 7. He's got 10K. So if you stack a Digimon and an Agumon or a Guilmon with him and a Greymon, he's a 12K level 5, mind you. He's a 12K level 5 security attack plus 1. So he'll do 2 damage when he hits. And he's a 12K. As a level 5, that's pretty good. So that's really why I don't run the Digimon. Because this is kind of the secondary win con, you know. It can turbo just as good as any other list, but it also, we can stop here and just kind of just swing out for big damage. So, and then we play the one of Skullgray. Skullgray on play, delete one of your Pokemon, opponent's Digimon with blocker. Opponent's Digimon, that's why I always end up accidentally saying Pokemon, because the P in opponent and then Digimon, it kind of just, you know, wordplay kind of just confuses my mind for a little bit. But delete one of your opponent's Digimon with blocker on play. And then it's a 3 cost to evolve. Costs 7 and has 7,000 DP. So, you know, it's a good card. Costs 1 less than Gaia Force and kind of does what Gaia Force does. Only it's just blockers. And then this is Turbo, so we play our vanilla 10K cost, 2K, not 10K cost, 12K power, 10 cost play, 2 cost evo. So, you know, we trying to get up that chain. You know, with 5 energy, we can go from a rookie to this pretty quickly. If we have a Dark Tyrannomon, go baby rookie for free, Dark Tyranna for 1, pay 2 for the lava, and then pay 2 for this. You know, 5 energy, you go up the whole stack. So that's pretty big. So we play 4 of these. Sometimes it gets tough and you got to play them for cost, but you do what you got to do, man. So we play those 4, and then we play 2 more birds. 11 costs, 11Ks. Evolve for 3, but it has the when attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, you gain 1 memory. So it kind of becomes a 2 cost. You paid the 3, you swing, basically you paid 2 for it. So it's helps you kind of get advantageous with a memory. Build a little bit of memory count to do more things before you pass your turn, and it's a good card. You know, I put it in just to test it, and I actually really like it. I think it's I don't think it's the best level 6 red card at all, but it's not a bad card. You know, it's basically a Puppetmon minus the play you stun everything. So it's a good card. It's come in real handy for me up until so far. It's come in real handy so far. So I'm going to continue to run that, and then we run our Volcanicmon at 1. You know, it deals with Rookie Rush. It deals with flooding rookies. It deals with freaking commercial. I don't know why I put the TV on. Sorry. Volcanic Dramon. Security attack +1. On play, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 4K DP or less. So it's a field wipe for rookies. It helps me against purple Rookie Rush when it was a thing. Regular blue-green Rookie Rush helps. And then, you know, sometimes your opponent just slaps on Puppet Mons, and you got 10 memory to work with. You'll just kind of just slap this. You know, hopefully you hang in there for 1 turn and you go into your level 7s next from here. So Volcanic Dramon is a really good, what I call oh shit button. And then Omnimons, we play all of them, but we play different counts. We only play 1 of the Alt-S, and we play 4 of the regular one. I only play the 1 Alter S because I only have 1. I was lucky enough to pull the Alt Art one. So, I've thought about doing that, but, you know, Omnimon's Omnimon, it's a good card. Most of the time, if they hit it in security, it's just as good as a Gaia Force. It'll kill the attacking thing if it's not over 15k. Not many things can get over 15k in this game, so it's real neat. But yeah, and honestly, I like this effect better. Last week, I played this in my other red deck, which I call Plot Armor deck, because it has the Agumon, Greymon, War Greymon, Blitz Greymon line. And I played this in it, and honestly, if this card was this card, I'd have won the game, I feel. I goofed by, when I attacked, I made him unblockable by returning a level 6 to my hand. With my other deck, by the way, not this deck, my other deck. And honestly, I don't want to say I lost the game because of that, but it was hard to come back because of that. So he had 1 blocker on the field. I swung. He couldn't block it naturally. I dealt the damage. I don't know if it was 1 or 2 damages. I remember hitting a Trump Sword, which was really nice. Because if a Trump Sword hit this, you know, you did the effect, it'd restand, the Trump Sword would hit it. But this didn't restand. And I remember him looking at me with the Trump Sword like, oh, and I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah, this is the new Omnimon, not the old Omnimon. He stays tapped, so Trump Sword didn't hit him. But by making him not block, he ended up answering this next turn. And he had a blocker just stuck on the field that I could not deal with for like 3 turns. So I kind of wish I would have swung and let him block. That way I probably could have did more, because he wouldn't have had a blocker then. But I was dealing with his 1 blocker for like 4 turns. And I was just seeing rookies in level 4s with my other deck. So it was hard. And I kind of wish it was this. But I ended up moving him to this deck. When Digivolving, triggered Digivolve 1, all of your opponent's Digimon trash card. So y'all know how Digivolve works. Trash the card from the top of your opponent's Digimon. If it has no Digi-Evolution cards or become a level 3, you can't trash any more cards. And then delete all of your opponent's Digimon with 5k or less. So it's a field wipe. You know, if you drop them from a level 5 to level 4, most of the time, usually level 4s are 5k or less. So, or if they're level 4s, they got a field full of blockers. You drop this bad boy, you Digivolve their blockers, kill their rookies. Now they have nothing to block you with. So you just swing and, you put in damage. Everybody knows what this Omnimon does. Digivolve, choose one of your opponent's Digimon, delete all of your opponent's Digimon that share a name with it. And then when attacking, you may unsuspend this Digimon by returning a level 6 Digimon from the stack to your hand. So, yeah, everybody knows what this Omnimon does. We've been dealing with this since January or November, if y'all had the early release. So everybody knows what this card does. I run the 5 Omnimon just because Omnimon. It's Omnimon Turbo. So you got to run the Omnimons. And I would probably... the guy who won... the recent tournament, I think his name was Dan Vang or whatever, Don Vong. He actually said that he would do this, 3 of the original 2 of the new Omnimon. If he had it, I would probably agree with him as well. I would probably run the 2, 3, 3 of the old one, 2 of the new one if I had it. However, I have 4 of this one and only 1 of this one. So this is what we're going to run for now. I don't like proxying cards, so we're going to run what we got. Next, moving on, I know what y'all going to say. I said the same thing. I'll just show y'all it all at the same time. Why am I not running 4 Gaia Forces? Same reason that the guy, Dan said that he was not running them. Most of the time, your Omnimons are going to be removing some stuff for you anyway. So why remove for 8K when you can remove for 6K? Not 8K, my bad. Why remove for 8 cost when you can remove for 6 cost? So I run 5 Omnimons, so I decided to drop this down to 3. I also noticed it in my other red deck, and in this, when I had it at 4, I was seeing it in hand a little bit too much. And then they tend to choke you, Omni-Turbo, they tend to choke you a lot with the memory. So I like to, I threw one of these in just like Dan did. I ain't gonna lie, I got that idea from him. But he was explaining it, and it made complete sense to me, complete sense. So I did this. I haven't tested this out yet. It was for Gaia Force, and actually I still had this this way, and I still wanted to do 2 alt tests and 3 of the regular one before I even watched his deck profile. But when Dan was mentioning dropping the 4th Gaia for the tie, every reason he said why he did it, I agreed with. Sometimes they're going to choke you too much, and even though a lot of your stuff is cheap, if they're holding you at 1 memory the whole game, it gets a little tough. So just throwing 1 of these in here, you see it turn 1, you'll play it. Playing it from the security feels awesome, especially if it's your first security. And then this just prevents them from choking you. My other red deck, the Plot Armor deck, runs 2 of them, and honestly, I think I see it a little too much at 2. Probably wouldn't run it more than 2, but we're going to see how 1 does for me. So we play the 1 tie with the 3 Gaia Force for that reason. So I feel like we got plenty of removal with the Omnimons and the Gaia Forces. So that's why I opted for the 3 Gaia Force and the 1 tie. So that is Omnimon 1.5 Omni-Turbo, guys. It has done really well for me. The only thing I didn't play test yet, test out, was the dropping the 4th Gaia for the tie. But I think it's the right choice. The rest of the deck, like these were 4 Gaia Force, and the rest of the deck has been performing really well. I haven't been using it in tournaments mainly because I played Omni-Turbo since last November because we had the early release. And I got tired of it, but this build does just as good. It does so good. It's so quick. It's so oppressive, and it's just such a good deck. But I've been playing more of the green stun deck that I made, and I win or lose, man, I have fun with that deck. And this deck wins a lot, but it's just not as fun to play. So I take this deck out when I mean business. If we got in my locals, if we got good prizing going for the tournament, I'm gonna whip this bad boy out because I'm trying to get prizing, So but playing for fun, I usually play the green stun deck that I showed y'all a couple days ago. That deck is just fun altogether, win or lose. But this deck is a really good deck. I do enjoy playing it. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little oppressive, if you're playing somebody, especially somebody who's new. You don't want to whip this deck out against them because it's gonna discourage them really quickly. As good of a deck it is. So, but it is a fun deck. It's just it typically does one thing. The level 5 becoming monsters themselves, becoming a win con themselves, was kind of my idea. And that helps because a lot of times they're expecting you to go up the chain. into like Omni and stuff like that. But whenever you stop at a Metal Tyranno and you're still putting 12k 2 hits each turn, you know, they're not. They're like, whoa, man! Like you're doing damage with a level 5. Like what's going on? And then lo and behold, next turn you go into a Phoenix Mon. Now you got a 14k. And pretty much the only thing stopping you at that point are Omnimons. So, but this deck list, I think it's going to be really good. You know, like I said, it's been doing good, except for that's the only thing I haven't tested was the dropping the 4th Gaia for the Kai, the Tai Kamiya. But other than the dropping the 4 Gaia force the 3 with the Tai, this deck has been doing really good. So this is the deck I take out when I mean business. Trying to get some wins. This is what I take out, and you know, everybody has a plan until Omnimon punches you in the mouth. That's all I got to say. So thank you for sticking with us for the deck profile. It's been real. I hope you enjoy it. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. We got more profiles coming to you guys. I see that the profiles still got the highest views, so I'm going to give you profiles if that's what you guys want to see. We also got games coming out and like matches for the channel. We got matches coming, and then news on 1.5. One of our locals, actually both of our locals, is I think getting 1.5 coming up soon in middle of April. And they're actually going to be selling it for close to MSRP because they're registered as tournament stores. And Bandai makes you kind of go off the MSRP, or they're supposed to, or you're supposed to. The stores are supposed to. But if they're registered as a tournament store for Bandai and they don't go off of the MSRP, they can be barred from receiving any more tournament kits. So both of our locals have been getting tournament kits, and both of our locals, the owners have said that they're going to be selling boxes for a little bit over MSRP. You know, people got to make their money. I understand. But they're going to be selling their boxes about under $100. So that's really nice of, really cool of them. Shout out to Cajun Gamer and Karen Crow and Anubis Game and Hobby in Lafayette. Those are our 2 locals that we've been doing Digimon at a lot. Both owners have been real welcoming and real open to helping us out, helping us create a good community. And if they watch this video, I want to appreciate both of the owners of those stores for sticking with us and hearing our pleas and dealing with the scheduling conflicts. And finally, we got our days set up, and we got tournament kits coming, and we got product coming. So I hope this works out for everybody. I hope this works out for the community as well, the storefront owners. And we really enjoy playing this game. You know, we've been having on average 12 people a week, I would say, at both locals. Some guys can't come. We have Tuesdays we do Cajun Gamer, and Saturdays we do Anubis. And not everybody can make both days. It's understandable. Karen Crow and Lafayette are about a good 15-20 minutes away from each other. So the Karen Crow people, the Cajun Gamer people can't always come to Anubis, and the Anubis people can't always come to Cajun Gamer. So technically we have 2 different groups. A lot of the same people. We have 2 different groups. Both places consistently have about 12 people show up every week. So I'm really excited about that. Finally I'm starting to get participation numbers. It was a little dry there for a while with 1.0. But I stuck it out. I prayed. Well, I didn't pray, but I hoped that things would be good and it would kick off, and it has. So I'm really excited about that. Once again, I apologize. I'm rambling. I'm gonna cut this video off now. Like, comment, subscribe. We got more. When we get 1.5 boxes in at the locals, we're gonna be doing some openings on the channel with some 1.5. We're going to be doing some matches. We're going to be doing more profiles. Brandon might be bringing y'all a Ragnar Lord Mon Red profile. I'm going to talk to him about that, see if he wants to do that for you guys. And I'm going to try to see if we get you a purple deck profile on here too, as well as maybe a yellow one. I'll see if Bryce wants to do a yellow deck profile if he wants to. So thank you guys for sticking with us. We're almost at 70 subscribers. I want to throw out there, we're going to have a little giveaway. Whoever, let's do comments. Comments is probably easier to track. The 5th person that's not me that comments, because I'm going to probably be replying to your comments, so not including replies. The 5th person to comment on this video, we will ship this to you for free. I know it's not much, but it's a little giveaway we'll do. So comment. You can't comment 5 times, but, or if you want to, you can comment 5 times. One person can comment 5 times. I don't care, really. Comments are comments, likes are likes, and subscribes are subscribes. The 5th comment will get this. We'll get your shipping information, and we'll ship it to you for free. We're going to keep it sealed as well. So thank you guys for sticking with me for the profile. I'm sorry for rambling on. I'm going to end it now. Thank you. Lemon Break TCG out.